Hello, welcome to the IU Alumni Association's Emerging Leaders Spotlight Series. My name is Caitlin Scott. I'm a senior at IU Bloomington and a student fellow with the IU Alumni Association. Today, I'm joined by Brooklyn Sims, a board member for the group's Alumni Association. Brooklyn graduated from IU Bloomington with the BS in Public Affairs in 2020, where they majored in Human Resource Management. She then attended the McKinney School of Law from 2021 to 2022 and received her Master of Jurisprudence. Welcome, Brooklyn.
Thanks.
So let's start off by talking a little bit about where you grew up and what led you to IU Bloomington.
So I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana, just straight up the road. What led me to come to Indiana University, the summer before my senior year in high school, I actually went to the optometry camp at IU and I fell in love. And I was like, I have to apply in the fall. These are my people. This is where I was supposed to be. That's what brought me to IU.
Did you come in wanting to study optometry then, or did you kind of change as you got here?
So basically, long story short, everybody's parents wanted to be a doctor, but I'm a little queasy. So I was like, okay, what's the best path for me? I was like, I love my eye doctor and I think that's really interesting, but I did not want to have to take anatomy. So I actually switched to become a chemistry major, but that wasn't on my career plan either. So long story short, I ended up in HR.
So what are some of your favorite memories from the classroom in HR or with student organizations from your time at IU?
Some of my favorite memories at IU would be, I'd actually say being on the group's conduct board. I think we made a really good impact on the program. And then I was also part of the IU women's rugby team. And I think that's always a great culture and a good time. And I really love that club sport.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, could you talk a little bit about how the group's scholars program impacted your experience at IU?
Yeah, I definitely can. So when I first got to IU in the fall, I was struggling a little bit. And for people who don't know, groups is very much a family. And so there were people there to help and take care of me. And they saw that I was struggling. They helped me reach out to my professors and get tutoring. I honestly don't know if I would have graduated on time without the group scholars program.
I've talked with a couple other groups alumni in this series, and I think they've all had incredible things to say about the program. So I'm really glad that that program seems to be making a positive impact on people's experiences. Now, could you walk me through a little bit of your early career journey and where you are today?
Yes. So basically, I was one of those seniors that graduated during the beginning of COVID. So I was going to take a gap year and travel, but instead I ended up working with AmeriCorps for a year and I was trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do. I always had an interest in law, but I never really wanted to be a lawyer. So I ended up getting my applying to IU McKinney School of Law and getting my master's the next year in jurisprudence with a focus in human resources and employment law. While I was at school, I was reached out to by a recruiter for the company I work with currently, and the job description aligned perfectly with everything I wanted to do and all my past experiences and with my student organizations and internships. And so that's how I ended up at the company I am at today, Reynolds American.
Is that in Indianapolis?
No, actually, I've relocated to Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Oh, awesome. So now let's talk a little bit about your involvement with the group's alumni association. What inspired you to take a leadership role and what do you hope to accomplish as a member of the board?
What inspired me to take a leadership role is I genuinely believe you should give back to programs and organizations that's given so much to you. Myself and both of my parents are also groups alumni. And so they have had a large impact on my family. In my leadership role, I really hope to foster the connection between groups alumni and current group students, just to make sure that we keep that family vibe going and that they know there's a support system outside of IU.
And finally, what advice would you give to a young group's alumni wanting to get more involved with the Alumni Association?
Oh, yes. I would say just reach out. We are happy to have anybody, any of your skills and talents. Please bring them to the table. We just want a willingness to work and get involved. That's all we need.
Well, thank you so much, Brooklyn, for joining me today for the Emerging Alumni Leaders Spotlight Series. It was a joy talking to you.
Thanks for having me.
This video was brought to you by the IU Alumni Association.